Hey, David, is it Bruce Overstale?
I'm not sure.
That's
About to score up now, race one. In fact, they are scoring up. Walk-up starts. Stand by for a start here, race one. About to go. Ready. Racing, the starter drops the flag and they're off and running this time in the first, and away quickly was Party Spirit down to the inside to lead on, settling down. One who didn't go away too well was Guttering Prize at the tail, and as they run off the back straight and Party Spirit retained the inside, it led about 5 or 6 metres now to King Burroughs second. Third on the outside is Overall Joe with no trail, and about 8 metres to Game Monarch. They were followed by Keen Skipper over on the inside, and then came Brown Duco the outer. 5 or 6 metres away, then came the Armbro Khan working to the outside. Then Dale Spark third last, second last the inside Glittering Prize, and last of all is Torado Cash. Down to the judge with just over 2 circuits to go, just over 1,600 out. And the leader was Party Spirit, about 2 metres clear of on the outside is Overall Joe second, and 4 metres King Burroughs third on the rails. Game Monarch is sitting 1 by 1. 8 metres away then came Keen Skipper over on the inside, followed by Brown Duco. The Armbro Khan travels well on the outside of Glittering Prize. Second last there came Dale Spark, and about 6 metres away to Torado Cash down at the tail of the field. Inside the 1,400 metre mark and Party Spirit the pole marker, led by about 2 metres to on the outside as Overall Joe second. King Burroughs racing third on the inside of Game Monarch, sitting 1 by 1. Over on the inside and 3 back as Keen Skipper, on its outside as Brown Duco. Then Glittering Prize, they were followed by the Armbro Khan. It's third last over on the outside, followed then by Dale Spark, and Torado Cash is last of all. Running off the back inside the 1,200 metre mark, and the leader Party Spirit still 2 metres out in front of Overall Joe on the outside second, and doing all the work on the run, followed then by King Burroughs third. Over on the outside is Game Monarch, followed by Keen Skipper as they get the bell. Then Brown Duco. Torado Cash makes a run from the tail. The Armbro Khan didn't go at that point, and Torado Cash whipping around the outside. The Armbro Khan is hemmed away now in the centre. They were followed by Glittering Prize, and last is Dale Spark. Going to the back straight at the 700 metre mark though, and Party Spirit leading 3 metres clear of tapped along on the outside is Overall Joe, followed by Game Monarch. King Burroughs giving ground, followed then by Keen Skipper in the centre. Brown Duco the outside, now going to the outside as the Armbro Khan. It's starting to run on well, being tailed up there by Torado Cash. King Burroughs dropping out of it, ahead of it then came Dale Spark and Glittering Prize. At the 400, Party Spirit 6 metres out in front. Overall Joe's under plenty of pressure second. The Armbro Khan's the one. It's finishing well on the outside, followed further back by Game Monarch, and then Torado Cash, followed by Keen Skipper. But Party Spirit dashed away 15 metres in front, coming to the corner over Overall Joe. They were followed by the Armbro Khan. Torado Cash goes to the outside. Game Monarch under the whip from Keen Skipper, but he's pinched it on Party Spirit. It's racing away from the Armbro Khan. The Torado Cash broke up, and Party Skipper's going to win by about 15 or 20 metres. The Armbro Khan is second, third is very close. The Overall Joe on the inside, or Game Monarch, a gap then to Keen Skipper. They were followed by Glittering Prize, and then Dale Spark, followed by Brown Duco. At the tail, Torado Cash, and absolute was King Burroughs. Stand by for numbers after race one. You'll find the winner here will be number 1, Party Spirit. Number 1, Party Spirit, driven by R.W.J. Clark, will be the winner of race one. Number 1, Party Spirit, the winner. Yeah, I can hear you. Yep. About to score up now. Walk-up starts, of course, in place of the mobiles. Whenever you're ready, Craig, about to move off. Start coming up shortly now. Walk-up starts. Sharp Armbro the inside. Almost ready. Stand by for a start. Ready? Off and racing this time, away they go. And the favourite Sharp Armbro down on the inside commenced well. Galloping shortly at the start there was Butcher's Hook out to the tail of the field. Our Ducati away smartly on the outside is testing Sharp Armbro. Into that corner they stride. It's our Ducati working hard, trying to get across to the inside, and will do so now, and cleared away about 5 or 6 metres in front over Sharp Armbro, followed by Nero's won the outside momentarily, padded out 3 deep, and they were followed by Kim's Percentage. Over on the inside then came Victor Boy. They were followed by Havelock's Prince's third last, Warman Bow's second last, and tailed right off as Butcher's Hook. Down the straight now, 2 seconds to go. It's our Ducati on the inside, leading a metre or so to Nero's 1 second the outside with no trail. Third on the inside is the favourite Sharp Umbro. They were followed further back then by Kim's Percentage to the outside and Victor Boy 3 back on the rails. Next on the outside is Havelock Prince, followed by Warm and Bow, and tailed right off as Butcher's Hook. Down the back straight they travel now, going to the 1400 metre mark, and it's our Ducati 2 metres in front. Nero's 1 on the outside is second, and third Sharp Umbro the rails. Sitting 1 by 1 is Kim's Percentage over on the outside, and Victor Boy 3 back on the fence, followed by Havelock Prince the outside. 5 or 6 metres Warm and Bow, and of course Butcher's Hook tailed right off. Along the back straight they travel under 1200 metres to go. Nero's 1 on the outside is testing our Ducati in the lead. Sitting 1 by 1 is Kim's Percentage over on the outside of Sharp Umbro, who at the moment is snookered away on the inside. They were followed further back by Havelock Prince the outside, and then came Victor Boy on the rails, Warm and Bow second last, and we can safely leave out Butcher's Hook. Down the straight now, 900 metres to go, and the leader down on the inside is our Ducati as they get the bell from Nero's 1. On the outside has done plenty of work on the run. They were followed by Kim's Percentage 1 by 1. Sharp Umbro next on the rails, followed further back then by Havelock Prince. Over on the inside there came Victor Boy and Warm and Bow. Last of all, 700 metres to go. They're in the final circuit now, and it's our Ducati in front for Gavin, laying about 2 metres. Second on the outside is Nero's 1, and 6 metres away Kim's Percentage. Over on the inside there came Sharp Umbro, followed by Havelock Prince about to move. Further back is Victor Boy and Warm and Bow at the tail. Down the back straight, racing to the 500. Our Ducati on the inside, joined again by Nero's 1, about 5 metres Kim's Percentage. Over on the inside is Sharp Umbro, badly in need of a run. Warm and Bow up the track. They were followed by Havelock Prince under pressure from Victor Boy. Galloping there, Havelock Prince and Warm and Bow at the tail. Coming to the corner now, it's our Ducati and Nero's 1. Sharp Umbro badly needs a run over on the outside as Kim's Percentage. At the top of the straight, they're about to flatten for the run home, 200 out. It's our Ducati being tackled by Nero's 1, and down the outside is Kim's Percentage, who swamped them in a stride. Sharp Umbro goes to the outside but couldn't win. Kim's Percentage hit the lead near the post, and Kim's Percentage is going to win it. 2 metres Nero 1. Our Ducati was third and Sharp Umbro fourth. A gap then to Victor Boy, followed by Warm and Bow, Havelock Prince, and tailed right off in the race after a poor getaway was Butcher's Hook. Stand by for numbers after race 2. You'll find the winner, number 3, Kim's Percentage, driven by J. Tawney. Number 3, Kim's Percentage. J. Tawney, the winner, by Windshield Wiper from Click. M. Tawney, the owner, in partnership with B. Stacey and P. Start coming up. Walk up starts. Race number 3, Steve Monteghetti Stakes. About to go. Ready to go on the third. They're set, they're racing. And Bell McEwen away okay. Slow to begin at the start there was Shadow Warrior, in company with Glamorous Hill, and also poorly out was Sandmac. Settling into stride now, and Bell McEwen settles down in front. About 6 metres clear of Son of Hill is second, and driving around the outside is Bon Armbro up now to be 1 wide without a trail. Then Donna Sue over on the inside, followed by Phil Sarnell. It goes to the 1 by 1, 3 back on the outside there. Came Schools out on the running line. They were followed after 6 metres or so then by Make a Strike. 10 or 12 to Shadow Warrior, followed then by Glamorous School second last, and Sandmac at the tail. Down the straight now, 2 seconds to go, and the leader Bell McEwen, 3 metres clear of Bon Armbro on the outside, who's second, and third on the rails is Son of Hilda. 1 by 1 is Phil Sarnell getting a nice trail. Then came Donna Sue the inside, followed by Schools out. 8 metres or so then came a Make a Strike over on the outside, followed further back by Glamorous Little Shadow Warrior, and Sandmac at the tail of the field and about to go. Down the back straight at the 1400 metre mark, and it's Bell McEwen. 2 metres clear of Bon Armbro, second on the outside. Son of Hilda racing third on the inside of Phil Sarnell. Then came Donna Sue on the rails, followed by Schools out the outside. Then Glamorous Little on the rails, followed by Make a Strike. 8 or 10 metres to Shadow Warrior, and Sandmac as the tail ender. Along the back straight they travel at the 1150 metre mark, and it's Bell McEwen. 3 metres clear. Bon Armbro second on the outside, and third is Son of Hilda. They were followed further back by Phil Sarnell, and then came Donna Sue, followed over on the outside by Skills Out. 5 or 6 metres back on the rails, then came Glamorous Girl. They were followed by Make a Strike over on the outside. Shadow Warrior second last, and Sandmac at the tail. Down the straight, the bell sounding. Bell McEwen, the leader at the 900 metre mark. It's Bell McEwen leading about 2 or 3 metres. Second on the outside is Bon Ambro sitting in the breeze. I'll give you the tip, there's plenty of it here tonight. They were followed by Son of Hilda third. Next is Phil Sarnell on the outside. Then came Donna Sue over on the rails, followed then by Skills Out. Glamorous Hill next on the rails, followed then by Make a Strike. Second last is Shadow Warrior and Sandback at the tail. Going to the back straight now at the 600 metre mark, and the leader Bell McEwen. 3 metres clear. Second is Bon Ombro the outside, and Son of Hilda third on the rails. They were followed by Phil Sarnell, still 1 by 1 from Donna Sue. Over on the outside of Skills Out. Shadow Warrior goes 3 deep from the tail. Then came Glamorous Hill, followed by Make a Strike and Sandback at the tail of the field, running off the back of the 300. And it's still Bell McEwen, the leader, about 3 metres clear. Bon Ombro is second. Phil Sarnell drives to the outside. Shadow Warrior starts a run, followed by Donna Sue. At the top of the straight, 200 metres to go, and it's Bell McEwen, the leader. Phil Sarnell in the centre. Shadow Warrior's deep out. Under pressure, battling on is Bon Ombro. Bon Ombro's coming out after Bell McEwen, but Shadow Warrior's the one. It swamps them down the outside, races to Bon Ombro near the post, and then came Donna Sue, but Shadow Warrior's too good. It's 1 or 2 metres second, Bon Ombro. Third is Donna Sue. Further back was Skills Out, and then came Glamorous Girl, followed by Phil Sarnell. Bell McEwen weakened. Further back was Make a Strike, and then Sandback, and last in Son of Hilda. Stand by for numbers after race 3, the Stephen Monaghetti Stakes. It's driven by Keith Douglas. Lady Thora last start winner at Geelong. Race started at the top of the straight. 3 laps when they reached the judge. Racing in the trot now, and away smartly was Lady Thor on the outside. Lady Thor is going to test Young Trooper for the lead, followed by Sweet Dundas. They were followed by Amelia Hanover. Over on the inside is Calcutta 3. I'm a Bulldog is out very wide. They go to the judge now, 3 circuits to go. Young Trooper broke up there. Hampered and losing ground was Calcutta 3. It goes to the tail, and Suave Guy, the back marker, settles down last of all. Turning out of the straight now, 2 3/4 laps to go on the trot, and Lady Thor leading 2 metres. On the outside, I'm a Bulldog is second. Amelia Hanover racing third on the inside. They were followed by Shack Mobile on the outside. About 5 or 6 metres away then came a Sweet Dundas. 8 or 10 metres further back was Move On Sparky, followed then by Joseph Boppard, and then came a Hot and Dry. Going back on the inside is Young Trooper, followed by Final Look. Suave Guy second last, being passed on the inside by Calcutta 3. Up the back straight at the 2,000 metre mark now, and I'm a Bulldog has crossed over the inside to lead by about 8 metres to Lady Thor. 8 metres Amelia Hanover racing third. Then Shack Mobile over on the outside, followed by Sweet Dundas the rails. 6 or 8 metres to Move On Sparky. 8 or 10 metres Joseph Boppard. They were followed further back then by Hot and Dry on the inside. 25 metres to Young Trooper, followed by Final Look. Second last is Calcutta 3 at about 8 metres to Suave Guy. 2 circuits to go, 1,600 out on the trot. And Shack Mobile moved up on the outside to apply some pressure to I'm a Bulldog. They turn to the back now. It's Shack Mobile on the outside. And I'm a Bulldog on the rails about 8 or 10 metres clear. Lady Thor racing third, 8 or 10 metres Amelia Hanover. They were followed by Move On Sparky, and then came Sweet Dundas Joseph Boppard. About 5 or 6 metres to Hot and Dry, 15 or 20 to Young Trooper. Third last at that point is Final Look, Calcutta 3, and Suave Guys at the tail, and would be standing up the leader 50 metres, I'd say, down the back at the 1,200 metre mark. I'm a Bulldog 4 metres clear on the outside of Shack Mobile second. Third Lady Thor on the rails, and then Amelia Hanover. Move On Sparky's 1 by 1, followed by Joseph Boppard. He's going well. 3 back on the outside of Sweet Dundas on the rails. Further back on the field then came Hot Dry on the outside of a Young Trooper, about 25 or 30 metres to Final Look. Second last is Suave Guy on the outside, and Calcutta 3 at the tail. Down the straight they travel on the trot now, just over 1 circuit to go. 900 out, and it's I'm a Bulldog, the pacemaker. I'm a Bulldog in front and leads at the judge now with 1 round to go. Second is Shack Mobile. Third on the inside, Lady Thor. Then Move On Sparky, Amelia Hanover, Joseph Boppard, 3 off the rail. Young Trooper the centre, Sweet Dundas. Hot and Dry's under pressure. Final Look, Suave Guy about to be taken out wide. And Calcutta 3 at the tail. Going to the back straight, 600 metres to travel on the trot on the leader, Roma Bulldog. 5 metres clear, second over on the outside is Shack Mobile. Then came Lady Thor on the rails, followed by Move On Sparky. Joseph Boppard out 3 deep under the whip, and then came Amelia Hanover. Young Trooper next, followed by Sweet Dundas, and then came the head of the others would have been Hot and Dry out deep. Further back in the field, then came Final Look, Suave Guys back at the tail, and Calcutta 3 last of all, it's Over Bulldog. Leading 6 metres, Joseph Boppard around the outside, then Lady Thor, they were followed by Shack Mobile under pressure. Move On Sparky in the centre, followed by Hot and Dry to the outside, Young Trooper, and nothing else a chance. Over Bulldog turns in front, coming to the outside is Lady Thor, the big challenger now. Joseph Boppard and Hot and Dry is down the outside. Lady Thor is swept to the front, Hot and Dry break up. Joseph Boppard battles on with Amelia Hanover and I'm a Bulldog, but at the judge it's Lady Thor, a clear-cut winner. Amelia Hanover second, Photo for third, Joseph Boppard or I'm a Bulldog, followed further back by Hot and Dry. Young Trooper next from Sweet Dundas, followed by Shack Mobile. Move On Sparky, followed by Final Look, and then Calcutta 3 and Suave Guy at the tail. Stand by for numbers after the Murray Bell Trotters Cup. It's 1-2 of its last 3. Garrick McMahon the driver. Scoring up now for race number 5. Pass with Joy the other chance. Kilmore 3's to get start to go 2:6.8. Pretty bleak weather conditions you can see on your monitors there. Start coming up now. Race 5. Stand by for a start. They're ready. They're off and running in this time. And over on the inside there, Atomic View began fast. Going up at a Harrier's Pass with Joy, but out 3 deep. And in the centre is Race for Home, and they drive away about 8 or 10 metres clear. Over Malons in the centre, followed then by Rangy Van the inside. They were followed further back in the centre, making some ground by Jake Parker. They were followed further back by Sarah Rainbow near the tail. Then came Humorous Tune at 8 or 10 metres to Colour Bond at the tail of the field. Around the top turn they travel this time with just over 2 seconds to go. And Gary McMahon's got Atomic View over on the inside about 2 metres in front. Have passed with Joy in the centre and posted out there 3 deep as Malons. They were followed further back on the inside there by Race for Home, which is handy. In the centre is Jake Parker, and over on the inside is Rangy Van. Third last on the outside is Sarah Rainbow. Second last is Colour Bond, and last back to the rails, Humorous Tune. Inside the 2 lap markers, they go to the back straight now, and the leader was Atomic View. It's about 4 metres clear of on the outside as Pass with Joy. It's got to do all the work in the run, and then Race for Home third on the rails. Sitting one by one is Jake Parker over on the outside, followed by Rangy Van. Here's a move from the tail now as Collarbond comes out 3 deep. They were followed further back then by Sarah Rainbow, and then came Malonson dropping out last of all as Humorous Tune. Along the back they travel now, going to the 1200, and the leader was Atomic View, about a metre or so clear of Pass with Joy. Working double time out 3 deep as Colour Bonded over on the inside. Race for Home, and the leader's back, and then came Jake Parker. About 5 or 6 metres back on the inside, Rangy Van from Sarah Rainbow. Malon's racing out deep and about 8 metres away last of all. Then came Humorous Tune around the top turn and down the straight now with just over a circuit to go, and it's Atomic View about 2 metres clear. Second is Pass with Joy on the outside, and third on the rails, Race for Home. Colour Bond out 3 deep, and then the centre there came Jake Parker. They were followed further back by Rangy Van. Sarah Rainbow next, and Malon's is out 3 deep at the rear. And last is Humorous Tune going to the back straight now. They've got 700 metres to go. They're in the final circuit, and things will start to rev up very shortly. Atomic View 2 metres clear. On the outside, Pass with Joy, the challenger. They were followed by Race for Home, who's third, then Colour Bond and Jake Parker. Over on the inside there came Rangy Van. Malon's out 3 deep from Sarah Rainbow. And last of all, and galloping Humorous Tune at the tail. Going to the back straight, racing to the 400. It's Atomic View on the inside, and Pass with Joy. 4 metres clear over Jake Parker, who can't get a run, followed by Race for Home. Colour Bond has done it hard on the outside, followed by Sarah Rainbow. Losing ground, Malon's Rangy Van over on the inside, and Humorous Tune at the tail. It's Amelia Hanover, and also Pass with Joy. They're about to straighten in front of Colour Bond out deep, and they were followed further back by Race for Home. Into the straight, Amelia Hanover being joined by Pass with Joy. Looking for a run now is Race for Home in the centre, followed by Colour Bond. It's Pass with Joy taking the lead from Amelia Hanover, and Race for Home, and it's going to be Pass with Joy to win it. Second, Amelia Hanover beaten about 2 metres, and third is Race for Home. They were followed by Colour Bond, who battled on pretty well. Further back in the field there, at the head of those, Jake Parker backing on well. They were followed by Sarah Rainbow. Further back would have been Rangy Van, and the last couple in there, Humorous Tune, in company with Colour Bond, and Malon's back at the tail. Scoring up for race 6, the Kevin Foley Memorial Stakes. Start coming up. Almost set to go here, Craig. We've got Victory Blue Chip, number 5, and Foxport given a chance. Set to go. Start coming up. Ready, and they're racing this time. And losing ground at the start there was Dark Reflection away quickly. Near the outside, looking for the leaders. Victory Blue Chip now. And Victory Blue Chip is going to cross and lead by about 8 metres into that corner over opposition second. Posted out 3 and 4 deep there is Unique, though, followed by Classical Craig, as they steady up in front now, and the leader was Victory Blue Chip, about 6 metres clear. Opposition racing second. Unique is around the outside, 1 deep and no trail. Then Classical Craig over on the outside, followed by Lockley Jacko on the rails. 6 or 8 metres to Bowl Council, followed by Dark Reflection. 15 or 20 metres away then came Swingin' Billy, at about 8 or 10 metres to Foxport at the tail. At the judge now, 2 circuits to go, and the leader was Victory Blue Chip, about 2 metres to Unique on the outside second. Opposition with a box seat trail behind the leader. 1 deep on the outside is Classical Craig, and 3 back on the rails, Lockley Jacko. They were followed by Willie Bray over on the outside, 5 or 6 metres, Dark Reflection. Then came Bowl Council on the rails, about 12 metres back, Swingin' Billy, at 8 or 10 metres to Foxport at the tail. Down the back straight they run at the 1,300 metre mark, and the leader Victory Blue Chip 2 metres clear. Unique is working on the outside second, and opposition third behind the leader on the rails. Then Classical Craig sitting 1 by 1, 3 back on the fence, Lockley Jacko. They were followed by Willie Bray over on the outside, 6 metres, Bowl Council. Dark Reflection over on the outside, 10 metres away to Swingin' Billy, and Foxport about to make a move from the tail. Around the top turn at the 1,100 metre mark, and it's Victory Blue Chip held together in front by Brian Rogers. A metre or so clear is Unique on the outside, who's second. They were followed by opposition third on the rails. They get the bell, 1 circuit out. Classical Craig is next, and they were followed by Willie Bray to the outside. Further back would have been Lockley Jacko, followed by Dark Reflection. Foxport is being urged along as it's posted out about 4 deep on that corner. Then Bowl Council and Swingin' Billy at the tail. 700 metres to go. They're in the final circuit, and Victory Blue Chip about 3 metres in front. Unique is second. Willie Bray is out 3 deep. Opposition on the leader's back, and then came Classical Craig. Dark Reflection next, followed by Lockley Jacko. About to make a move as Foxport, but it's under pressure from Swingin' Billy. And Bowl Council at the tail, down the back at the 400. And Victory Blue Chip 2 metres clear of Unique, and out 3 deep there, but running on is Willie Bray. Opposition's under pressure on the rails, and then Classical Craig, Dark Reflection. Foxport is going nowhere from Lockley Jacko, followed by Swingin' Billy, and Bowl Council thundering towards the turn now, 200 out. It's Victory Blue Chip in front of Unique, and out 3 deep there is Willie Bray. On the corner it's Victory Blue Chip on the inside of the leader. Willie Bray is coming at it, and Unique in the centre. They've got Victory Blue Chip. It's Willie Bray on the outside taking the lead from Unique, and then came Victory Blue Chip. But it's Willie Bray to win it. Willie Bray about 3 metres to Unique. Third is a photo. And it may even go Classical Craig, and nose in front of Victory Blue Chip. They were followed by opposition Dark Reflection, Bowl Council, Lockley Jacko, followed by Swingin' Billy and Foxport at the tail. Stand by for numbers. From Winter Alto. Muckley made by Muckley Strike and Commander. I couldn't really find much to fault her form. Last couple of appearances, she's won. It's an Ardent and bought. 2 starts go at board, 2.6.8 and 2.7.8 at St Andrew last start by Muckley Strike, of course, as the name implies, and driven by Keith Willett. Muckley made for race number 7. Starting to score up, Yarra Princess given a good chance here by Chris Butler from Winter Alto. Shane Hoban the driver. They're about to go now. Race started in the back straight. Rain still falling here at Ballarat. Set to go. Walk up start, ready, and away they go this time, and away fast there was Lucy Brown on the outside showing speed. Is a Playmaker to the inside and posted out 3 deep as Muckley made. As they drive into that corner now, Playmaker's been able to retain the inside and lead about 2 metres clear of Lucy Brown. Posted out 3 deep still there as Muckley made at that point. Over on the inside is Hold the Dream, they were followed by Tipperary Miss. About 5 metres further back was Ideal Way, and settling down about 8 metres away at the tail of the field is Yarra Princess. At the top of the straight now, they travel down the home stretch with just over 2 circuits to go. And Philip Gath has Playmaker in the lead about 6 metres in front. And over on the inside there is Lucy Brown second. Easing and looking for a trail there is Muckley made. Pulling around the outside 3 deep is Tipperary Miss about to oblige. They were followed by Hold the Dream. About 8 metres further back in the field then as they turn out of the straight would be Ideal Way, and last of all Yarra Princess. Going to the back now, lap and 3/4 to go, 1,400 metres to go. In solid right here, and the leader was Playmaker. Playmaker about 6 metres in front of over on the outside is Tipperary Miss. Third on the rails is Lucy Brown, and sitting one by one now, Muckley Maid. About 5 or 6 metres to Hold the Dream. They were followed by Ideal Wayne, about 8 metres to Yarra Princess at the tail. 1,200 metres to go on the back straight, and Playmaker 6 metres curve on the outside is Tipperary Miss. Lucy Brown racing third on the inside. Muckley Maid is now sweet seating about 5 metres away. They were followed further back by Hold the Dream, and about 10 or 12 metres back was Ideal Way, and last of all Yarra Princess. 1,000 metres to go around the top turn, and Playmaker's done everything right in the lead. It's Playmaker about 4 metres clear over Tipperary Miss, and third Lucy Brown on the rails. They were followed by Muckley Maid over on the outside, and then came Hold the Dream as the bell sounds, signalling 1 circuit to go. Hold the Dream racing third last. Second last there is Ideal Way, and last and about to go is Yarra Princess. Under 800 metres to go on the final circuit, and the leader was Playmaker. Playmaker about 4 metres out in front of Tipperary Miss over on the outside. Lucy Brown is third. About to go now is Muckley Maid over on the outside. It pulls out 3 deep, and on its back is Hold the Dream. Second last is Ideal Way, and last of all Yarra Princess. Down the back straight now, racing to the 500 metre mark, and it's Playmaker the leader. 2 metres in front of Tipperary Miss, and then came Lucy Brown. Over on the outside is Muckley Maid, about 4 or 5 metres, Hold the Dream. Then over on the inside, then came Ideal Way, and Yarra Princess is still last of all, running off the back, 300 to go. It's Playmaker the leader. Second on the outside and under pressure, Tipperary Miss. Muckley Maid's about to move out 3 deep, and then came Lucy Brown, Hold the Dream. Yarra Princess, and last of all is Ideal Way. Around the corner, Playmaker led for home now over Tipperary Miss. Lucy Brown on the inside, Muckley Maid, and Hold the Dreams out wider with Yarra Princess. The leader in the straight is still Playmaker. It's hanging on near the post over Tipperary Miss. Playmaker hanging on. Here's Lucy Brown getting a split. They hit it. It's very close between Playmaker and Lucy Brown, who lunged. Tipperary Miss was next. Then Hold the Dream, followed by Muckley Maid. Further back, Yarra Princess. And Ideal Way was back at the tail. Stand by for numbers after race 7.
Here, if you want to cross to me, Marshall. Moving forward. Moving forward, race 8. They're almost ready. Set. Walk up, start. They're off. Whatabar's come out okay. The favourite away fairly is Gorell, but Whatabar draws 2 metres in front of Gorell. Next is Yakima Girl. In fact, it's a false start. False start, please note, it's a false start, race number 8. So we're not quite sure what the problem was there, a false start. It's a little bit deceiving here. There's no mobile operating tonight. It's absolutely pouring rain. Before the first race, the mobile was tested. It was found to be a little bit unsafe to use. And Ronnie, the reason for the false start?
Yes, David, the one galloped and the horse trailing it was interfered with, so that's the reason for the false start.
Starting to be called forward again. Can you turn that down a bit? Moving forward. Too far. Moving forward. Moving forward. Moving forward here. Race number 8, Peter Blackburn Stake, take 2. Moving forward now, Kirkmore Frankie again is galloping from the pole. They're set. Off. Kirkmore Frankie again has galloped from the pole, so he's out of contention, and Whatabar has come out hard, but it's Sam Fellera from out wide is looking for the lead. He draws 3 in front of Whatabar. He goes a little bit rough there, but he's still 3 in front. Kicking up on the inside is Gorell. Caught out wide is Al Pepito as the rain comes tumbling in. Yakima Girl is next. Back to the inside is Kirkmore Frankie. Next as they head to the corner, as they head down the back of the 1400 metre mark is Golden Arm. 10 metres away, Frank Preneur. And last of all is High Volo, and of course tailed off Kalanus. Down the back, I don't know if the drivers are wetter than I am. It is absolutely thundering down. It Sam Fella leads by a neck. 2 Al Pepino caught in the death now. The leader's back is Gorell. Racing 1-1 is Whatabar. Next on the inside is Yakima Girl. 3 back on the fence. Golden Arm is ahead away on the outside. 10 metres off the leaders. Going forward, 3 wide is Frank Preneur as they'll get the bell this time at the 1100 metre mark. Back in the field is Kirkmore Frankie from High Volo. Volo, and Calanus is tailed off in the event. At the top of the stretch with a lap to go, 9:50 to go. It's Sam Feller the inside. The outside Al Pepino, and making a line of 3 is Frank Preneur. Travelling one by one is What a Bart. Then came Gorell racing on the leader's back. 5-6 metres away to Golden Arm. The inside Yakima Girl. Next in the field, Kirkmore Frankie from High Volo, and tailed off is Calanus. They've got 750 metres to go. The leader, It's Sam Feller, leads by a head as they start to quicken up a fraction. Now Pepino works a little closer on the outside. Frank Preneur is given a couple of cuts with the cane to the 600. He's flat to the floor. What a Bart is in the centre. The fence is Gorell. Out 3 wide on the back of the other one. It is Golden Arm. He's 5 metres off the leaders. Next, Yakima Girl at the 450 metre mark. High Volley the inside. Last of all, Kirkmore Frankie tailed off Calanus. 3:50 to go as they head to the corner. It's Sam Feller. He leads by a head. Frank Preneur under punishing driving again has got going, has raced up to it. Sam Feller there stride for stride. Al Pepino is under pressure. Pulling to the outside is Golden Arm. Looking for the run on the inside is Gorelli. Can't get out for the moment. What a Bart can't go on. At the top of the stretch, the leader, and hitting the front, Frank Preneur, but after it is Golden Arm. Frank Preneur and Golden Arm, they've drawn clear from the rest. Golden Arm doing a little bit the better for Frank Preneur, and Golden Arm is drawing away on the line. Golden Arm wins from Frank Preneur. 8 metres away, third, Gorell from High Volo. What a Bart. Next in the field, Kirkmore Frankie. Then the early leader, It's Sam Feller. Al Pepino couldn't go on. Further back in the field, pulling up was Yakima Girl. Calanus was tailed off, one of the last ones.
About to move up here, race number 9 at Ballarat. Scoring up now, race number 9, Gordon Lang Stakes. Here we go for the last, stand by for a start now. Ready to go. Racing this time, Classic Jack on the inside has begun okay. Showing speed towards the outside there is Rum and Scotch. Galloping up shortly after the start there was It's Slick and Quick. It goes out to the tail in company with Carl Rudolph. Under 2 laps to go now, and the leader was Rum and Scotch, about 5 metres clear. In driving rain out of the straight, Green Signal running second. They were followed by Classic Jack, who's third, and 6 metres away came Epsie's Robin after 8 or 10 metres to Moyne. They were followed back on the inside there by Cup Special. Moving up and around the outside is Royal Minstrel. 25 metres away then came It's Slick and Quick. They were followed further back then. Second last down the back straight by Carl Rudolph. And tailed right up now is Drum and Dan. Along the far section they travel now, a lap and a quarter to go. And the leader was Drum and Scott, starting along about 6 metres out in front. Running second there is Green Signal. They were followed, trapped out deep on that point by Classic Jack, and over near the inside there came Epsie's Robin. They were followed further back by Moyne in the centre, 6 or 8 metres away. Then came Royal Minstrel. They were followed further back by Cup Special. A long gap then to It's Slick and Quick, and Carl Rudolph at the tail. Down the straight, and the leader down on the inside, Rum and Scotch, is being tested now by Classic Jack as they get the bell. 1 circuit to go. Oh, gee, those boys out there must be drenched because I am. On the inside, the leader was Rum and Scotch, about 2 metres clear. Second is Classic Jack. They were followed by Green Signal. Further back on the inside is Epsie's Robin. Next on the outside there came Moyne as they turn to the back under a lap to go. Moving to the outside there is Royal Minstrel. A long break to Cup Special. Followed by It's Slick and Quick. And last of all is Carl Rudolph. Bar for one is Drum and Dan. Down the back now. Inside the 600 metre mark, and Rum and Scotch the leader. They're going to lead one after the last. It's about 6 metres clear. In second place is Classic Jack. They were followed around the outside by Royal Minstrel. In the centre there is Moyne. They were followed by Green Signal, 8 or 10 metres away to Epsie's Robin. And they were followed by It's Slick and Quick. And near the tail of the field is Cup Special, in company with Carl Rudolph, running off the backstroke. Straighten with about 200 odd metres to go, and Rum and Scott shot away. It's got it bottled up, I'd say. It's well out in front over Royal Minstrel second, Classic Jack, and they were followed by Moyne. And further back in the field there came It's Slick and Quick, but Rum and Scotch is well clear. Royal Minstrel into second spot, and then came Moyne on the outside, but an easy one to Rum and Scotch. Rum and Scotch has won by about 12 metres. Royal Minstrel is second, and hanging on for third, Classic Jack. They were followed by Moyne. Further back was Green Signal. The head of the others then came at the head of the others would have been It's Slick and Quick, followed by Epsie's Robin, and then came Carl Rudolph, followed by Cup Special, and Absolute would have been Drum and Dan.
Thank God it's
Stand by for numbers.